And the Atlanta Hawks, a shot from earlier on, arriving for a battle on the road and looking confident all the way in. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. You take a look at Hunter. While not in the top 5 currently, he's definitely on the radar screen and he's been playing some very solid basketball.
And as the Rookie of the Year race has taken shape here, these are the young players who are really standing out as the best of that freshman crop.
They're all experiencing some ups and downs, which is to be expected, but the talent level of these young men, absolutely terrific.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Len in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler. And it's Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the point. Young against Irving. Young passes to Herter. You know, Steve, we know teams rest guys down the stretch, but what do you think about resting guys mid-season so that they're fresh at the end?
I think if you are a team that's been through these playoff runs, long championship runs, and you still know you have a chance to win, I think it's kind of unfair to us fans when you have a team that might not get to the finals and you're starting to rest guys and there's no benefit at the end. If there's a benefit at the end for the players, organization, and fans, I'm all for it. But if it's not, I don't like to see guys resting.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Young drives in, kicks it out to Collins. That 3 off the mark. Young with the steal. Pass to Herter. Now Young. The shot comes out. Some solid defense there from Irving. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. He did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Collins kicks to Hunter. Young in the corner. There's the 3. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Now Young. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive. That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Here's Irving. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen by Len. Here's Herter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you. The 19th pick in 2018 out of Maryland, Kevin Herter with the positional size and skill to adapt well to the NBA game.
Here's Herter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Chandler with the block. And he gets it back. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Hawks, Jabari Parker comes in for Alex Len. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. That one misses for Young. And with that skill, Herder's a triple threat offensively.
Not just a standstill shooter, he can function as a secondary ball handler, creating for himself and others.
Now, here's Hunter. Spencer Dinwiddie missing his last shot. Here's Collins, lays it up and banks it in. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
A deep three from Irving. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Young outside. Passes to Collins. Back to Young. 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Irving finds Jordan. Back to Irving. Over Collins. Young with the steal. The pass to Parker. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, they're long. That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree. One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
And Young kicks to Reddish. Here's Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young drew eyes. But it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
And that one falls for Young.
In his rookie season, a rough start shooting the ball for Trae Young. He came on down the stretch in a big way.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Caruch is checked in for Harris. And it's LeVert in for Kyrie Irving. Caruch passes to Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And Jones pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Parker's shot is off. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here's Prince. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Taurean Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. A shot by Reddish, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Wound up there for Allen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Jones, right wing. Here's Livingston. That's good from 17 feet away.
Sean Livingston playing within himself. He understands his offense, and to get to his spot, his sweet spot, that's the mid-range.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we can play.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Hawks. Turner is out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Jones. And there's Livingston. And it's Reddish in a two-guard.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. DA, thank you as always. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Karuch. Shoots over Turner. A shot off that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Rodion's Kurucs. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alex Len's checked in for Parker. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. Turner inside, guarded by Prince. Shots good by Turner. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. He's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Huerter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Irving finds Allen. And here is Chandler. Irving double team. Shoots over Livingston. That misses off the backboard.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Huerter, no good.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Outside Irving, the 17-footer. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Prince against Turner, passes it to Huerter. Now here's Len, kicks it to Livingston. Got a hand on it. Outside Irving, there's the dish to Chandler. It's rebounded by Huerter. The Hawks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net.
Sean Livingston demonstrating his exceptional athleticism at the point guard position, finishing with a slam.
Irving way outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Turner up top. Covered by Irving. Jones. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Chandler. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for LeVert. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Alex Len. Hunter comes in for Turner. And Trae Young subbed in for Sean Livingston.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
And that one's good. Hunter.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
You look at the Atlanta Hawks offense, so much is generated outside in. Third in the league in three-point attempts last season. Of course, some of that was the addition of Trae Young.
And Young gives that extra deep floor spacing, something teams are looking for now.
You watch Steph Curry and Dame Lillard, they're shooting from 26 to 27 feet out. That changes what a defense can take away. That's why Young, despite his size, was still drafted top 5.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And a deep three from Irving. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Action coming off the assist from KD.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Here's Young. He can't hit that time. Jordan with some nice D. Nets trail by 6. KD goes in. And that one drops for him. Durant's got 8.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Young against Harris. Offensive rebound.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
He kicks it to Jordan. And there's the pass to KD. They double team KD. Releases from 15 with the putback. The rebound by Young. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Atlanta ending the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Harris. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Hunter, the pass to Young. He dishes it to Len. Back to Young. now. Here's Len. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here is KD. Launches a three. Len grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 4. Hunter with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And that one, good. 6 points for John Collins.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
A shot by Jordan, no good.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And it's blocked by Jordan.
You know, he was considered to be just a piece of the puzzle when he was drafted. John Collins now a cornerstone for this franchise.
The Hawks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest that he really jumps onto the NBA scouts' radar.
You're right, a 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Collins finds Len. To the middle. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Out to the right wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. From deep, Prince drills it from outside. Prince has got his second bucket tonight.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Livingston kicks to Len. Down low, here's Huerter.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
And he knocks down the first one. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Hawks, Jabari Parker's checked in for Len, and it's Reddish in for Evan Turner. Nets trail by 6. Here's Dinwiddie, and again, Brooklyn with the triple. And Greg Huerter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Dinwiddie outside for the tie. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Parker, here we go. And it's sent back by Allen. Dinwiddie wide open. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead. Atlanta's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Collins kicks to Parker. From 13, good. He hits the jump shot. Parker's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Prince, the pass to Karuch. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Nets, Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. And Durant subbed in for Rodions Kurucs. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Sean Livingston. Looking to get it going. Young's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And here's KD for 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And Young kicks to Hunter. The kick out to Young. Clock at 4. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And they take the lead. And now a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Hunter. Oh, the lob to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Durant just inside. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Nets lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Parker out there with Hunter. And it's Young. Then it's Reddish. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hunter no good.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
The Hawks trail by 3. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way, and he lays it up and in. Parker's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Hawks.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Atlanta calls timeout. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Len's checked in for Atlanta. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Lloyd Pierce talked with his team during that last time out. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Durant. Again, the Nets for two.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Young finds Parker. Knocked away. Here's the teardrop. And there's the nice layup by Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Parker's shot is off.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. Got that athletic.
Way up there.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Young taking his time here. Chandler against Parker. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Right side Durant. And he jams right over Jabari Parker.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Reddish. The free throw drops for Durant. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Irving passes to Jordan. Lets it fly. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 13.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Parker.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Irving against Young. Lobs it up for Jordan.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now Young. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the layup.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Irving attacking, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow!
Here's Young. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. We always see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Collins checked in for the Hawks.
I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
To the inside, Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Love how involved DeAndre gets on the pick and roll plays. There are a few things more terrifying for a defense seeing him cut to the basket after he sets a screen.
1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Inside, and finished off by Collins.
Flying high and throwing it down. with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Irving double team. Harris dishes to Irving. For the three. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Young in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Trae Young's a crafty operator from mid-range, really from any range.
KD goes in. Jordan at the elbow. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he's able to get it back. Pass to Irving. Just 3 to shoot. Offline with his 3. Passes it to Hunter. He shoot again. And he gets the bucket.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 30 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
Crab from long range. Allen with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. So it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.